Evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you may be. Welcome to another episode of Your Average Day Joes. I'm your host, Steve.
And Jay, what's up?
What's going on? What's going on, everybody? So sorry we are a little bit late today, but funny story, Jay. I took my Nissan Altima back to the service because remember I told you yesterday that check engine light was on.
Oh no.
So this time around, they're not. They knew that it was something more like different, difficult than what it was last time, where they just try to reset it and they're like, oh yeah, everything's fine now. So this time they're like, it's actually much more serious. We're gonna have to order some parts, and you're not gonna have a car for the next 4 days, FYI. So
Great.
yeah, so
Are you serious?
yeah. So I just wanted to apologize to everybody, but I'm a little bit late. My bad, because I had to take the bus home today. But it's all good, man. I made it, and we are here. How's
Wow.
everything with you, man?
I took a nap. I didn't even mean to. I took a nap, got up from a nap, and I just so you could kind of say I'm kind of late as well. I just
Yeah,
took a random nap. I don't usually do that,
yeah,
and
definitely.
I was just like, yeah, like I woke up like, oh damn, you know.
It's all good. We're here for the people, man. So we made it. That's all that
Oh,
matters.
we always for the people, man.
Yeah.
Always,
So
always, always, always.
yeah, the good thing about my incident is after like all that happened, I got kind of pissed off. I was like, you know what? I bought the car from that dealership. It's only been like a week. Y'all better give me a loaner car. So I called them and I was like, yo, you guys got a loaner car for me because I need to do something. I need to get places. So the
They
dude,
did, right?
the dude talk, he gave me his like personal cell phone number and he said he'll have one ready for me tomorrow morning. So he said he's gonna
Okay.
so he said he's gonna give me like a Uber tomorrow back to the dealership in the morning. And he's
Oh,
gonna
good, good.
he'll give me a loaner car. So it's all good, man.
Well, I mean, that's just some trash, dude. I can't believe that that happened. It's
I know.
crazy.
I'm telling you, man. Like
That's
it's
crazy. It's
if
not a
y'all
good look for them.
yeah, exactly. If y'all get in a Nissan, get that certified pre-owned one because it has the warranty already, or else you guys might get screwed if you don't have a warranty on it. Because
That's crazy.
yeah, because I'm sure that job, whatever they have to do, is pretty serious. Supposedly, it's going to cost the minimum to get it done, like $2,000. If I don't have a warranty, that will be coming out of my pocket, which that'll be all bad. So
Wonder what it was.
yeah, something with the camshaft, but they don't really say. They just
Of course, they're not going to tell you.
But I definitely, as soon as that check engine light was turning on, I felt like a loss of power in the car.
Uh-huh.
So I knew it was something pretty serious. And they try to downplay it, you know what I mean, by just
Of course.
resetting the light in the beginning. But I knew it was something more serious.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
And I need a car. I got 2 interviews tomorrow. I got to do. I'm trying. I mean, obviously now I can't do Uber with people, but at least if I get a loaner, I can do the food delivery for now. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
At least
exactly, man.
me going. It's all good,
Be
man.
good to go.
Exactly.
That's just crazy, though, that whole situation. I can't believe that was the situation. I'm shocked.
I'll tell you another funny situation. So the other day, my wife was bringing her brother's kids back home. He lives right down the street from you.
Uh-huh. Oh,
Dude,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
yeah. So she was driving by Cappuccino High School, and they were having a baseball game, right?
Uh-huh.
Tell me why one of the players, hit the ball hella hard and went out of the freaking ballpark and it hit her car and like busted her light.
So, no way.
Yeah, dude.
You just, I don't
Oh,
know, man.
she
You guys
was
have
so
the craziest type of timing, let's
She
just
was
say.
so pissed, bro. Hey, so she went the next day to the Cappuccino school office. She talked to the vice principal. They gave her some kind of like form to fill out and stuff. So supposedly they'll take care of it, but it looks like she has to like pay for it first out of her money, and then they'll like
See how
reimburse.
much it is? Yeah.
I'm not sure yet. No, I haven't checked, but
No, I'm
it's
saying
crazy,
that they
bro.
have to see how much it is before
Yeah,
they reimburse her. Yeah.
exactly. But dude, it hit like the little like center light, like dude, just the perfect freaking like you know what I mean hit where it just hit the light and then knocked the light out. So now she has a big hole in her panel because the light's not there no more.
That's crazy. The timing of that is just that's crazy to me.
I know.
Especially Cat. Where was she? Because I know Cat.
Yeah, so she
I
was
know
driving. She was driving kind of like from the
on the
picture
side
she was
street.
showing. Yeah, from the picture she was showing me, I can see the scoreboard across the field. So I'm not
Okay.
sure like if you would know where that would look like, but I'm not sure where she exactly was. Wherever you can see the scoreboard like directly at you, but across the field. You know?
Wow.
Yeah,
That's what I mean when I say the timing of that's insane.
I know
Doesn't
that's crazy, bro.
doesn't make any sense.
I
Like,
know. Dude, she's been having so much bad luck with that car that she literally and I'm not playing when I say this. She took it to St. Robert's Church in San Bruno,
Yeah.
They got blessed by a priest with holy water. The car.
Uh-huh.
She had it blessed, bro, because she thought it was such like it's a cursed car. Like she's always like,
Honestly, bro, it could be. I know you guys. I don't know if you're deep into numerology, but it could be just her enemy car.
it could be. It could be.
That's how things work in life, man. You know, like growing up, I never knew that. I didn't really know about. You know, that's the what Chinese astrology. You know, because I'm year of the dog, right?
Yeah.
I've never liked Beamers. No disrespect to Beamers, you know.
I'm the same way.
But yeah, so you're the dog, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So our enemy car, because it was created in a year of our enemy, like last year was our enemy year, you know?
Yeah.
The Beamer was created in the year of our enemy year.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Yeah. And I never liked them even when I didn't even know what it was. And I was like, damn, I can't stand that car
Yeah.
when I was a kid.
Yeah.
And I was like, come to find out, I was like, oh, it was created, you know, in our enemy year. And I was like, oh, no wonder. Because I didn't even like it for no reason. I just was just like, I don't like that car.
Yeah, yeah.
So that could be her, dude. You should tell me exactly her, like, you know, everything, and I'll be like, okay, you know what? Let's see if this is her enemy year car, because everything that's happened that you told me, I'm like, what?
I know, bro. It's
Like, and that's yeah, I believe in that stuff heavily because yeah, I've noticed it.
yeah. I think up to date now since we had it, because like I said, we had to put a new battery in that Tesla, which
Yeah, I
was
remember.
1,000. So I think we're at like about $25,000 into that car now that we have to spend out of our own money. You know? Because
Crazy.
it didn't come with no warranty. They have 10-year warranties, but you know it's an older
But
model.
yeah, that was already over.
Yeah, it's already over. So
that's crazy to me. I'm like, wow, dude. What?
I know. The only that I like, it's funny, yeah, like you're saying, because I never liked Beamers as well, but I did, and I never would get one, but I always liked the M3s and the M5s, the sporty.
Uh-huh.
Those were kind of cool to me, but I would never get one because I know like Beamers to me are just problems, bro. It's like as soon as
They
you
are.
and then my mom had a BMW, bro, and she got it imported straight from Germany over here.
Yeah.
And bro, from like the first year she had it, she probably put at least a good 15 to 20,000 into it, bro, from me mechanical like issues and stuff like that, you know.
I believe it.
Yeah,
that's how it seems to be, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and it's funny because Carl, you know, you remember Carl, he loves BMWs, but he was not born in '82, so that makes sense to me that you said that.
What year is he?
I think he's 83.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like a year younger than us.
Oh, okay, so that's not his enemy car.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's just it's a trip, man. How things do work when you figure those things out. Like, yeah, there's this one cat I be following, and he talks about all the numerology stuff. He's been doing it since the early 2000s. He's hella popular now.
Yeah, definitely.
But he really put shit together with the numerology and everything.
Yeah,
you know? And the Chinese zodiac.
Uh-huh.
It's so much more on point than like the Western zodiac. Like Western zodiac would be like our Leo, Cancer, Sag, all that stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Theirs goes by like the year of the dog, year of the rat, year of the horse, dragon, you know.
Right, Chinese.
It's very it's very different, but it's crazy because it's the stuff I've read on that stuff is just more in depth on you, and I'm like, whoa,
definitely. No,
it's crazy. It's crazy.
Right. I looked at both too, and I like reading sometimes both of them because I get definitely much more insight when I
yeah, dude. If you read, because you're the same year as me, you're the dog.
Yeah.
We have like it's crazy. There's a lot of like things that I've read, especially with that and with the numerology. I'm like, whoa,
definitely
scary, scary stuff, dude. I'm like, it's and I mean scary by accurate. I'm like, wow, it's a trip, man.
Pretty crazy. Yeah, so shout out to the 11 people watching. We got a message from Charles A. He says, hi, what's going down, partner? Nice to see you. And yeah, we are good. I hope you are doing good as well. We also got a message from Imaku Cernas. He says hi as well, or they say hi as well. So hi to you as well. Thank you for joining us today. And we look forward to doing a show with you guys.
Always.
Yep. Let's go over the NBA games today. What's going on in the?
Let's go. We got the NBA. You want me to go over scores yesterday? Or you want me to go over right now, present?
Yeah, just do present now, and then we'll go over yesterday's just the wins.
Cool. Well, right now we have so me and you had a virtual bet. Do you remember?
Yep. I think I lost.
So that game just ended, by the way, and the Bucks beat the Lakers 126-106. So thank you for that one. Appreciate that.
I only took it because I thought Lakers were playing at home. I got to do my research next time.
Well, hella funny, bro. But yeah, so Milwaukee was at home. Luka Doncic, 45 points. He had a great game. Still lost by 20 points. Remember that in your head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So Giannis only had 24, but yeah, that game, they what's it called? They had a good game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Dame only had 22, but guess who killed the Lakers?
The Lopez brothers, the Lopez guy.
Exactly. You know why? And we're talking about a guy who doesn't score a lot at all.
Yeah.
Why? He's 7 feet tall. There's no one down there. He scored 23 points.
I watched a little bit of the game, and he
there you go.
And he was just squatting. He was swatting people, and I was just like, okay,
see?
It's over. Like I already knew when I saw.
Well, see, that's what I mean. I didn't watch the game. I fell asleep.
Yeah.
So I had a nap, and that tells me enough. Luka has 45. They had Brook Lopez score 23. This guy never does that. Never.
I know.
And, obviously Dame and Giannis, they had cool games, 24, 22. And I was like, okay, like seeing the box score. And they won by 20. Tells me enough.
Wow, dude, when I seen Brook Lopez swat, I think it was Austin Reeves or one of them. Then I was like, oh, it's over. It's over.
He said, oh, it's over.
If you got Lopez freaking swatting people, the game is over. Like, there's no chance for us. I already knew that.
Well, I mean, Brook Lopez, I ain't mad at Brook Lopez. He was a great player at Stanford. He's been cool in the league. But literally, bro, he stands on that three-point line. He never goes inside.
Yeah.
Like, he's one of those, I'm going to shoot threes. He'll play a little defense here and there, so I'm mad at him. But he's tried to transition to a new age center.
Right.
You know what I mean? But seeing him score that much tells me about the Lakers.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, yeah,
good.
Good luck with your squad. But, yeah, so that game is final. Another game that just ended, the Wizards and Pistons. The Wizards beat the Pistons. That's actually big for the Wizards because the Pistons, they're trying to move up in the East.
Oh, okay.
And to lose a game like that tells me now Detroit is, wish-wash.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because the Wizards, man, you can't lose to a team like that.
No, I know.
Like, come on. That's just, they've had, maybe 15 wins all year? Come on.
Yeah.
But Dubs and Kings. What'd you say?
What was the score on that one? The final score?
129-125 Wizards. So they beat them at the end.
Okay. Dubs
and Kings. Dub just started 6-2. It just started right after the Laker Bucks game.
Nice.
So that's that's just started. We got a whole, that's going to be ending in a few hours.
Yeah.
Magic and Pelicans. Magic are up 104-82, and that's in the fourth quarter. That's an easy W right there for sure.
Yeah.
And in the fourth quarter, locked in 97-97 Nets and Bulls.
Oh, wow.
6 minutes left. That's gonna we'll see. That should come down to the wire.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna be a good one to the wire. I know that the Dubs and Kings should be good. The Dubs have been on a big hot streak with Jimmy Buckets, so I think they got that against the Kings.
Should I put I'll be down to put a double or nothing on Bulls if you down to take
why would I take the Bulls or Nets? Are you crazy?
Okay,
I thought you were gonna say, hey, I'll take the Kings, you take the Dubs. I'll be like, hey, yes, come on.
I don't want to like jeopardize myself that much.
I literally thought you were gonna be like, hey, we'll double down. I'll take the Kings. I'll be like, hey, yeah, let's do it. Come on, virtual shake.
I want a chance here. I need to have a little bit of a chance.
Yeah, no, I'm not putting anything. I don't believe in Brooklyn or the Bulls. Sorry.
Definitely.
So that's pretty funny though.
So what happened? What happened in yesterday's game?
Yesterday, the Thunder ended up beating the Celtics throughout the end. The Hawks beat the Hornets. The Raptors beat the Sixers. Clippers beat the Heat. The Rockets ended up beating the Suns. That actually helped out because the Mavericks lost to the Spurs, so they're still jockeying for that last position.
Oh, wow.
Grizzlies beat the Jazz. Figured. The T-Wolves beat the Nuggets. Like they, I was watching a little of that. They went hard on them.
Oh, wow.
So that was a big win. Yeah, big win for them. And the The Knicks ended up coming back to beat the Blazers in overtime.
Damn, by 1 point.
1 point. 1 point.
Crazy.
Yeah, but
does that scare you that Thunder? Oh no, because you said that Celtics they weren't playing.
No, they didn't even play it. So I told you I believe this is a finals preview, and so each time they've played the Thunder, they didn't have full squad, and I believe Joe Mazzulla. I think it's just a thing that coaches do when they think, okay, you know what, this is a team we're gonna play in the finals, so. They didn't show them, you don't show your full arsenal each time.
Right.
I used to notice a lot of coaches back in the day that did that too. You know what I mean? A lot of the winning franchises, they never played with a full squad until it was time, because now you don't know about that. When you're in a 7-game series, everything is different.
Right, right.
You know what I mean? So, yeah, I think a lot of coaches that they've taken that from coaches in the past who are like championship coaches.
Yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? Because then you can't get a full blueprint on, this is how they run this is how they run that.
Yep.
I really believe that, especially when it's in the season and not playoffs or the finals.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and I mean they like, I didn't get to watch the game, but 118-112, that tells me okay, it was kind of close throughout.
Yep.
So. Yeah.
And,
but yeah,
any notable games tomorrow? There's a bunch of them tomorrow. You're gonna watch.
Let's see, Friday. Yeah, I'll definitely. So Celtics Heat. Mm-hmm. They've been smacking on the Heat ever since for a while now. So yeah, that should be an easy one. Let me see. Clippers Hawks will be a good one. Mavericks Rockets. It's always a good battle when you got it within Texas.
Right.
Cavs and Grizz. That'll be a good one. Let's see. That I don't know who to choose between that one. That's a tough one. Yeah. Lakers Nuggets will be a good one. I think I'll take Jokic on that after seeing what happened to the Lakers against the Bucks.
I'm not even betting on that one.
Are you sure? I'm ready. Virtual shake.
And I need if it'll be Warriors Lakers, I might take that bet. You know what I mean? But not when there was a big man.
Not Jokic. But they just lost to the Wolves. You don't want virtual shake? No.
I can't do it. When you got Lopez swatting, I'm telling you, bro, we can't. I mean, Jokic is 10 times that. You know what I mean?
Exactly, and not only swat, Jokic will be passing. Jokic is scoring at least 20, 30, and Jokic, and rebounding. Jokic is awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll be watching that one for sure. And then Kings and Suns, that should be a good one because, like I said, the Suns are they're trying to get into the playoffs, so they're gonna hope the Mavericks lose.
Nice.
Yeah, so there are some good notable games tomorrow for sure.
Okay, so yeah, definitely. It's Friday. That's always good, man, to have some good games to watch.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, what's going to happen now until March Madness starts? There's going to be games, but you know what I mean. Like the focus is going to be March Madness, and then after that, back to the NBA focus of the playoffs.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, man.
All right,
we'll be reporting a lot on college basketball coming up. Trust me.
Oh, yeah, definitely. This is something I know nothing about, but I'm glad you're here because you definitely know a lot about college basketball and about all the sports pretty much.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you'll have to you're gonna know about it because we're gonna be reporting on it.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna learn as we go, which is great because I don't know.
Oh yeah, for sure. March Madness is awesome, dude. It's one of the best times of the year for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
I know. I'm gonna learn a lot from you, so that's good.
Well, going back to the Lakers Bucks, one of the things trending right now, I don't know if you saw the other day, but LeBron James, he was very pissed off at Stephen A. Smith, and he literally got in his face, and I was like, oh. And I saw the clip, and like I couldn't tell exactly what he said. But now everyone's been weighing in on it. It's been a couple of days now,
Yeah.
And Stephen A. addressed it on his show, and it's kind of like I'm not a huge LeBron James fan. I respect LeBron. I know this was all about his son, by the way.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it's about Bronny James. So Stephen A. and he says the opinion of a lot of us, like how we joke around about Bronny.
Yeah.
And Stephen A. basically, said what we think about Bronny James, let's say, you know what I mean? And LeBron basically went up to him and addressed him like, dude, don't talk about my son no more, bro. So I get it. He was being a father. I totally understand. But also, he's a public figure, and you can't really address. I would have addressed him, like in private. You understand? But he did this in front of a whole goddamn crowd.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean in front of everyone. And like you could tell how pissed off he was because Stephen A was saying stuff about his son. Like that we say, that the average person says. You know what I mean? Right. We know that, not to be mean, but Bronny James does not belong in the NBA. He's there. Why? Because of his father.
Yeah.
So I understand where LeBron's coming from with addressing him being a father. Like, hey man, don't talk about my son like that. That's basically what he was addressing to him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, so this has gone like viral now, and everyone is weighing in on it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and that's in my opinion, that's really stupid of LeBron to do, especially because Stephen A. Smith has such a large platform, and he's able to, you know what I mean? Like, so yeah, that's
and like I said, I get it. He's being a father. He's protecting his son. I totally get it. I mean, but you have to understand the criticism he's going to get because your son is not very good at basketball and he's in the NBA.
Yeah.
So you have to understand that's going to come with the territory.
Right.
You are a great player. Your son, on the other hand, you already know about that,
Mm-hmm.
But he's just being a father and addressing them because he didn't like the comments that Stephen A had to say about his son. Yeah. So, I mean, but it's tough. It's a tough one, man. You know what I mean? So. That's like so that's
so we got we have a message from Imaku Cernas, but this was earlier before we even talked about LeBron and Bronny, which you just mentioned.
Oh yeah.
He and I'm gonna bring it up now because this is how I see Bronny compared to LeBron James. So what he wrote in his message was blue cheese. And I definitely can relate blue cheese to Bronny. He's like the moldy, stinky version of LeBron James.
And this is what I mean. See, we could joke around about this stuff.
Yeah.
But like you said, Stephen A got a platform that everyone's watching.
Definitely.
The whole world can be watching. You know what I mean? And when he's talking bad about Bronny, I get it. You know what I mean? Like, LeBron should have just addressed this in private.
Yeah,
I believe. You know what I mean? Because addressing it in public, the way he did, he was pissed. You could see it.
Yeah. No, I know.
And and that's what I'm saying. Like he mouthed off something like, "Don't ever keep my son's name out of your mouth," or whatever he said. With a lot more harsh words in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I said, he was just being a father, so I respect him for that. But you can't do that type of stuff when you're in the public eye like that, dude.
Yeah, I mean, not when with such a guy who has such a big platform. Where
exactly, it's not even so much the platform. I get it. He was talking really like we do about Bronny James. Like I'm like, dude, that guy sucks, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like like he just should have addressed him to the side. Like, hey, bro, let's go chat.
Yep.
Not do it in front of everybody.
Exactly.
You don't do stuff like that, especially when you're high profile figure like that. Like, you know what I mean? You've been in the NBA for 20 damn years now. You should understand this.
Right.
So yeah, it was just kind of crazy, man. But yeah, that's trending really high right now.
Yeah, definitely.
Because a lot of people were chiming in on it. You know what I mean?
I bet.
Yeah, man.
All right.
But yeah, let's go on to some free agency, bro. Go on to some free agency news. Are you ready for some free agency news?
Let's do it. What's going on in free agency, brother?
All right. So Gardner Minshew. Do you remember him? You should, because he was your quarterback last year.
Okay,
He basically said, I'm leaving the Raiders. He said, I'm leaving the Raiders. So he's actually going to Kansas City to back up Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so bye-bye him. Going along with the Raiders, they lost their edge rusher, K'Lavon Chaisson. And he's actually going to the Patriots. Good pickup because he's a good edge rusher. They need people like that to rush the quarterback.
Okay.
So that was kind of cool. And then the Eagles, of course, they're flying high. Why? Because they signed Adoree Jackson. He's a great cornerback, and that just boosts their defense more. So that's excellent for them. So those are the three right now that are trending high.
You got any latest news on Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson? What's happening with them?
No. But I'll tell you this right now. DK Metcalf is a Steeler. Do you remember we were talking about DK?
Yeah.
He's a big time wide receiver.
Right.
You have no one to throw to him right now in Pittsburgh, right?
Yeah.
You are going to go, we were talking about this yesterday, with the most accurate person to throw to him. So I don't know in your eyes, but if I'm Aaron Rodgers, that's where I'm going if they accept me.
Yeah.
Why? You have an excellent running back, you have a great wide receiver, and you have a great defense. If I'm Aaron Rodgers, be like, hey, put me here. We're going places.
Definitely.
That's what I'm arguing with the Steelers, because I think Aaron is better than Kirk and Russell Wilson.
Yeah, I believe.
I know he had a shit year. He was horrible last year. He looked terrible.
Yeah.
Trust me, he did. But I think he redeems himself if he goes there.
I believe you. And I also did see from some insider like news that the Giants were actually offering Aaron Rodgers more money than Steelers. So it looks like both teams.
I know. I bet you they will.
Yeah.
They should.
Yeah.
But if he goes there, I bet you he has twice of a shit year.
You're right.
You know what I mean? Like, he had a crappy year with the Jets. If he goes to the Giants, it's going to be even worse.
Yeah.
And
the only news I saw about Russell Wilson was that he did have a meeting today with the Browns. And
the Browns?
Yeah, so he might be going to the Browns, but he said before he makes his decision, he has tomorrow, he's going to go visit with the Giants to see if maybe the Giants will do anything with him.
Oh, this is weird. Wow.
Yeah. But like I said, it looks like the Giants and Steelers are trying to get Aaron Rodgers. So I got a feeling that if Giants are offering more money than Steelers are, I don't see why Aaron Rodgers is not going to go for the more money. You know what I mean? So if that's the case, then you're either going to have Russell Wilson back with the Steelers, which I probably don't see that happening because they had a shitty year. So then it looks like he might actually go to the Browns because that's his only two options at this moment. You know.
I actually don't think Aaron Rodgers goes to the Giants. I don't think so. I said that before, but I think he would want to play for a team where he could compete. Just because he had such a trash year last year, I think he wants to not prove a lot of people wrong, but when you have a bad year like that, you don't want to really end your career like that. So I think he goes I think he goes to the Steelers.
Yeah,
I think
so. Steelers are much better of a team. Steelers are much better of a team.
They're always a good team because of their coach. Their coach knows how to. He's just a great coach.
Yeah,
I can't even remember the last time they had a losing season. It's been that long. So even if they have a mediocre team, they're still a good team. But they picked up DK Metcalf. That guy is an all-star wide receiver. You need someone to throw to him. And you have a great running back behind and a good defense.
Right.
That's what I mean. It's a no-brainer for me. If I'm Aaron Rodgers, I go to the Steelers. I don't care about the money in New York. I have money. I have a Super Bowl ring.
That's what it's going to come down to, right? Does he care more about money, or does he care more about the?
If he didn't play last year with the Jets and look that horrid, I would agree with you. But he looked terrible, washed. Like everyone was like, "Dude, this guy sucks, bro. Just retire." So that's why I believe he goes to the Steelers. But I could be wrong. Maybe he is just, hey, let me get another payday and then retire.
So that's what we're gonna have to see. We're gonna have to see if he's all about the money at this point, or if he really wants to just try to have a good career like last.
Exactly.
Time
I would. I'm thinking he wants to play, good ball with a good team and like not resurrect, but like go out on a great note instead of being trash. That's my theory.
So let me ask you, in that case, then let's add just speculation. Let's say that Aaron Rodgers does go to the Steelers. If you were Russell Wilson, and then you had either Giants or Browns to go to, and which one would you do?
The worst. It's like the battle of the worst of the worst. I would take the Giants just because the Browns have a clown organization.
Okay, so you would take the Giants. Giants are. I mean, that's New York at the end of the day, anyway. I mean, I would rather play in New York than in freaking Cleveland.
Well, Cleveland, folks. So you already know you got to play the Ravens all year and the Steelers. So you already know you're in a hard division, right? And remember, they have the whole thing of signing that kicker from the Ravens who has the whole massage parlor thing going on, and their quarterback, Deshaun Watson. Remember, that's their quarterback. That has double the problems of the massage parlor thing, remember? So if you go to that
Yeah.
circus, you already know. I mean, they're probably not expecting much out of you, but because you'll be backing up Deshaun Watson, or you may even be playing because Deshaun Watson may be at massage parlors. But
Definitely.
but if you go to New York, I believe you get a chance to really play.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know. It should be
And
interesting.
definitely. And I don't know if you heard, but I read like a couple hours ago that Kirk Cousins, that it looks like, as of right now, it looks like that the Atlanta Falcons are going to keep him as but as a secondary. Like they're not going to start him as quarterback, but they'll just keep
he's
him.
okay. So he's a backup. Weird.
Yeah, so that's what like with Kirk Cousins
Very
might
weird.
be happening.
That's okay.
Yeah.
And he accepts that.
I mean, at this point, it's either him. I mean, so you got Russell and you got Aaron Rodgers, both going to, out of the three teams that, are basically available, you got, two of the players going to one of those teams. So Kirk Cousins kind of doesn't have a choice at the moment. Because let's say, like you said, if Russell does decide to go with the Giants, you think Kirk is going to want to play for the Browns as a starter?
No.
Or would he just be rather a backup for the Falcons? Falcons are a much better organization.
Yeah.
Right?
I'd say so.
Yeah, so I would do that too. I'd be like, yeah, why go and make a fool out of myself with the Browns? Might as well just be a backup and for the Falcons, and then maybe I have a better chance of winning a ring rather than knowing that I'm going to have a shitty year with the Browns.
A ring with who?
I'm saying he has a better chance of winning a ring with the Falcons than the Browns. Not like the Falcons probably are not going to be like that good this year coming up, but if you look at it that way, he probably will get paid more to be just a backup for the Falcons, and he still has a slightly better chance of winning a ring if somehow the Falcons can pull it off, a miracle, and get to that point.
I'll give you that.
That's just how I'm looking at it.
Yeah, I get it.
That's just my opinion.
That's kind of
not saying that the Falcons are going to make it anywhere as big, but
yeah, they don't. They're little.
Shout out to my Atlanta folks if they're watching that. We hope for your Falcons to do good this year.
ATL
coming up.
ATL.
Yeah, ATL.
That's funny.
All right, guys. Well, that is our fantasy news for today. Very exciting news. Thank you for that report, Jay. And before we get out of the sports news, I do also want to mention some celebrity sports news that is happening right now that I just found out about. So let me pull that up for you guys real quick and get into that. So Jay, you know who Tiger Woods is, obviously, right?
Of course.
You seen who he's dating? His secret dating lover that he's dating all of a sudden? That
Tiger
nobody knew
Woods?
about?
No, I don't know.
Yeah. So you're gonna trip when I tell you this. So Tiger Woods has been secretly dating Donald Trump Jr.'s ex-wife, Vanessa Trump.
Really?
Yeah, I just found this out today.
Wow!
Breaking news.
Wow!
So it says right here, Tiger Woods has started dating Donald Trump Jr.'s ex-wife. Woods, 49, and Vanessa Trump, 47, who both live in Florida, have been together since Thanksgiving and are quickly becoming golf's new power couple. It says that they live 20 minutes apart in the wealthy southern Florida enclave of Palm Beach and were spotted together at a golf tournament last month. Vanessa's eldest daughter, Kai, 17, and Woods' children, Charlie and Sam, all attend the Benjamin School. Other members of the Trump family, including all 5 of Vanessa and Don Jr.'s children, are aware that they are an item. It says that Tiger and Vanessa have been seeing each other since just before Thanksgiving. She comes to his place on Jupiter Island. They're not living together, but she comes over maybe a few nights a week. They just love hanging out, having dinner, and schmoozing together. They're sticking close to home and have decided not to make it a thing and go out in public. Not just yet anyway. So, yeah, man.
I dig it.
That is a thing right now.
I dig it.
That is a thing.
Keeping it nice and low key. You know what I mean? They both got bread, obviously, and they're keeping it private. Smart. There's nothing wrong with that. Definitely. I think that's smart. Brilliant. They're both high profile people too,
Right. And do you think that that Tiger Woods has changed, that he's not going to do what he did with the ex and the whole reason why they separated?
I don't even look at it like that, man. He got murdered and raped after that first time, bro. He had to give up. No. Dude, he he had to give his ex-wife like $850 million. Do you remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
If he has any type of thing go down, it's gonna be very different. Dude, like
Yeah.
I was like, are you serious, bro? Like, dude, like I understand you did a little dirt, this and that, but you had to give away half your life's worth. I was like, bro, that's terrible, man. If I were him, I'd be traumatized.
Well, I
That's what
know.
I mean. So now he's dating someone high profile. I get it. Like, bro,
Yeah.
like I was like, holy, that was crazy. You remember that, right?
Yeah,
Like got
definitely,
caught doing all that
definitely.
dirt and then yeah, I'm just gonna award her 750, $800 million. Like what? How much? For what? For doing a little
Man.
dirt, like for messing around with some chicks, like that earned that person $800 million. Are you kidding? Nah, yeah, that
I
was
know.
crazy to me. So if I were him, I'd be fully traumatized. But now, it's been a while now. I can't remember when that was, but I totally
Yeah,
understand the move of dating someone high profile now. It makes a lot of sense. And taking your
yeah.
time, keeping it very low key, keeping it private, probably figuring out, okay, if we do go farther, we're signing this, and you know what I mean? Because that
Exactly.
was crazy, man. I was like, no way. That was shocking to me,
Uh,
like back in the day, man, when I heard that.
I mean, definitely when you're that high profile, you should definitely be, before you get married, you should definitely have what was that called, where the
Prenup.
spouse can't take your money? Yeah,
That's
prenup.
what I'm
So
saying, bro. Like that was the craziest thing. I remember because he was on top of everything at those times. And I
exactly,
was like,
exactly.
damn, bro, you got to pay how much? Oh, man, that was crazy to me. It was
Yep,
like the
yep.
craziest thing.
Sad but true.
I know.
Sad but true. What can we do? Yeah. So, in case you guys missed it, we got Tiger Woods dating Vanessa Trump. So that's pretty high profile right there. Pretty high profile.
Most of.
All right. Shout out to the 15 people watching us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share so we can share this alpha with you guys every day. And moving on, what is going on with CNN and P. Diddy?
Basically, man. So they're accused. Diddy's got his profile, his lawyer team on this, but so I don't know if you remember that incident he had with Cassie, but it
Yeah,
was all on film.
yeah.
There was only one copy of this tape, this security tape.
Uh-huh.
Back I forgot what hotel it was because they changed the hotel recently, like in the past few years. Because this is back like 2016, so the statute of limitations already hit. But with this tape, CNN is they're accused of altering it, which they did. Now in a
Oh,
court
wow.
of law, if you don't have the original copy and you altered it, defense is arguing this is inadmissible, which makes a lot of
Uh-huh.
sense to me. Why? Because it's not the original. And
Right,
I
right.
believe they don't have the original, which is crazy to me. I don't know how, why, or what's gone on, or if Diddy's team somehow, figured out, hey, man, we got this now. You know what I mean? But that, he's not on trial for obviously doing what he did to Cassie, but that's a big part of who he is. Like, trying to say, oh, Mr. Combs is not like this. You know what I mean? Especially
Yeah.
with what it's on trial for. But yeah, so they're accused of altering the assault video. And, so in court, that might not be admissible at all, which is good for Diddy. Like his team is
Hmm.
working on that to prove that. And I think he may actually be fine with that. You know what I mean? Like I'm talking about in court. Like so if they're able to, get rid of that for like the jury and stuff, that looks good for him. You
Right,
know what I'm
right.
saying? It looks really good for him because yeah, I mean, if you don't have the original copy, you know, who's to say you didn't doctor this, and this? You know what
Right,
I'm saying?
right.
So that's a to me that's a big thing for his legal team. You know what I'm saying?
But let me ask you, do you think that could be just him, the Diddy, and like his legal team just saying that so that, you know what I mean? So that exactly it is what you're saying with the jury, that it's not going to be, that he might get like not such a severe like punishment for that? Or do you think that that really did happen with CNN?
Ow. Are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me? Sorry, guys, we're having little technical difficulties right now. Trying to get Jay back on real quick. He'll let us know when he can hear us. He's going to get back on. But yeah, it's kind of crazy with the whole Diddy thing. I'm not sure what's happening with that. Yo, yo. Yo, can you hear me?
Yo.
Yo, can you hear me?
My bad. Yeah, it was Diddy's legal team. My fault.
Telling you, man.
I'm telling you, man. They be like, hey, bro, no, but yeah, I don't know what went on. My CNN like, hey, man, don't be leaking this stuff. No, but yeah. So what were you saying?
I was just asking you, do you think that is true, or do you think that that's like a cover up on Diddy's part just to kind of like get away from like,
I don't know what I don't know what you mean. What do you mean? What are you asking?
Like, so what I'm asking is, do you think that CNN really altered it?
Of course they altered it.
Because this is,
of course they altered it. They admitted to altering it.
Oh, they admitted to it.
Yeah,
Okay,
but the thing is, they didn't alter it to where like, oh yeah, like he did what he did, but they did alter the footage. So I don't know what's doctored and what's not. He did what he did, obviously, but you can't do that and expect to submit that and have it be admissible. You altered it. Where's the original copy? You see what I mean? So yeah, so it just comes down to legal proceedings. Like, you know what I mean? You did alter it. They admitted to altering it. You know what I mean? But it's not like they can put him in the situation of, oh yeah, let's alter it. Let's AI him beating up Cassie, kicking her, and then dragging her. No, so he did that. We get it.
And the only reason I was asking you that question was because when I was reading the article, it said that a CNN spokesman denied the suggestion that they altered the footage and destroyed the source material.
No, everyone.
So it says that
they admitted to altering it. That's what I mean.
Yeah, so it's conflicting stories from different sources then, because like it says right here, like CNN. This is what the spokesperson from CNN said, that CNN never altered the video and did not destroy the original copy of the footage, which was retained by the source. So that's what they said.
Yeah,
that's what CNN is saying.
Then Diddy's legal team is doing a great job because TMZ said they altered it too.
You see, so that's what I'm saying. So
if you have all the people saying I mean, okay, where's the original copy? How come you don't submit the original copy then? Where is the original copy? Right. Exactly. You see what I mean? Like it's very easy to just shut everyone up. Be like, we have the original copy. Yeah, if you have the original copy, why don't you just submit it? You don't have it. Yeah. You have an edited copy. It's a problem.
Right.
And that's what I mean. Right. If you're a lawyer, high profile for Diddy, you win. You altered the footage.
And that's why I asked you that question, because it almost feels like it's not super similar, but it definitely kind of feels like when O.J. Simpson kind of reversed the whole thing, and you know what I mean, and kind of made it as he was getting framed. And now it kind of feels like P. Diddy's legal team is kind of doing the same thing.
What do you think they're supposed to do? That's why they're why they're high profile lawyers and you get paid millions of dollars. These are the little things that you are paid to do, which make you stand out as a lawyer. Your job is to prove someone like innocent, even though they appear to be guilty. That's your job.
Yeah.
And things like this help a lot along the way. You know what I mean? Yeah, obviously, he's involved in a lot of things. We know this. Everyone knows this. It's all about what you can prove. Not if he's done it, what you can prove. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all it is. You know what I mean? Because like I said, this man has dirt on everyone alive. So what you can prove is all it is.
When you say that, it reminds me of Al Pacino in Scent of a Woman.
This guy, man. I'm telling you, bro, you funny.
Yeah, no, I know what you're saying, though. It's just crazy to me, bro, because like literally even if they did edit it somewhat, like I read on the statement, it was saying that they're claiming that it got sped
It did.
up, that they got
That's
rid of
all
the
it was.
stamps.
And that's what I mean. That's still an edit. That's still an
Yeah.
alter. Like they sped it up.
Even
It's still
but even if
altering.
they sped it, but even if they did speed it up, it still doesn't take away from the fact that he did what he did.
That's what
that
I
he did.
just got finished saying to you before they called me, the legal team. This is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I mean. But what is in a court of law? That still means you doctored the video and edited it.
Yeah.
Why didn't you just submit the original?
Right,
You see, that's what I mean. Lawyers, that's why you're a good lawyer. You prove this. You know, I would have been an excellent lawyer, dude. Excellent. I didn't want to go to school for fucking 10 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
definitely.
extra after college. You know what I'm saying? But like, yeah, that's what they're proving right now. And that's what I mean. That to me is a big win for his legal team.
And at the end of the day, to me, it's a legal circus because what's happening is you got Diddy with so many famous names. Nobody wants to get exposed.
Exactly.
So of course, you know, given the whole like Illuminati and everything that they're into or whatever, they're gonna do this on purpose so that they don't have to like have him tried and trialed and go to jail, or maybe he does serve a little bit of time.
He's been serving time,
but it's not. Yeah, but it's not going to be like severe because of the fact that he has so many names. So they're going to definitely do things to like get him out of, you know what I mean, where he has to mention any kind of.
Well,
names,
that's what I'm saying. You know? He's already serving time, so this is going to count towards whatever it is. But he's serving time. Like remember, with Sam Bankman-Fried in their own unit. You know what I mean? They're just not at home, but he's serving time. But he's not in Gen Pop. That's the only difference. Because if he's in Gen Pop, he'll be killed.
Right.
So that's what I mean. So this is all a part of his serving time. But yeah, I told you he's, you know, he's gonna try and plea to where the stuff he has is gonna get him a shorter sentence. Let's just say. Or you plead down something that's like less. You know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
So he can get, okay, let's just do this. Boom. I have to pay this much. Okay, cool. I'm out.
Yep.
You know, that's what you pay these high profile lawyers for. That's it.
Yeah, definitely.
You know?
Definitely. Very crazy, man. Very crazy.
It is. Some crazy stuff.
All right. And since we are on crazy news, I'm going to tell you guys some real crazy news that's coming out of Connecticut that I just found out about today. Let me pull up this article for you guys real quick. So basically, let me make it smaller for you guys. So this is very crazy. So you got a guy who was a prisoner in a house he was held captive for 20 years by his stepmother. And he finally figured out after 20 years that he used printer paper and hand sanitizer and burned the house that he was held captive in on fire so that the fire department had to come and they freed him.
What?
Yeah. So I'm going to go into this with you. Just some crazy stuff right now happening today. But so this is what it says. It says both sides of his door had been secured with plywood and a lock. The man would later say to stop him from getting out. For years, he'd only been given 2 sandwiches, egg or tuna salad or peanut butter, and a small amount of water each day. He'd recall in the storage space where he was held. But now he had a plan: printer paper for kindling, hand sanitizer for fuel, and a lighter. Emergency personnel responded February 17th to reports of a burning home in Connecticut, Waterbury. There, they found a woman and her 32-year-old stepson. The stepmother, identified by police as Kimberly Sullivan, had managed to get out safely, police said. The man, affected by smoke inhalation and exposure to the flames, had needed help. He soon would admit to police he had started the fire on purpose. After nearly 2 decades, he wanted his freedom, he told them, and he recounted a hellish tale laid out in an arrest warrant obtained by CNN that describes a life of captivity, abuse, and starvation. 33 years of law enforcement. This is the worst treatment of humanity that I've ever witnessed, the police chief said from Waterbury. It's really hard to talk about still. He shuddered to think someone would be treated this way by a family member. But yeah, so it says the man, now known as male victim number 1, remembered in his early years being hungry and sneaking out of his room at night for something to eat and drink. According to the affidavit included with the warrant, By fourth grade, he explained he was asking other people for food, stealing it, picking it out of the garbage. After his food wrappings were found at home, he started getting locked in his room. Eventually, the stepmother permanently pulled the boy out of school and only let him leave his room for chores. This was his routine nearly every day. He was never allowed friends, he told police, and was allowed to have fun only on Halloween. The last time he went trick-or-treating, he was 12. He dressed up as a firefighter. His two half-sisters had friends, he said, but they weren't allowed to come to the house. I have been kept a secret my entire life, he told police. The boy's school notified the State Department of Children and Families, according to the document, and while he was in fourth grade, state social workers twice visited the home for wellness checks. Sullivan had told him to claim he was okay, he said. The boy was unenrolled from the school in 2004. It says that police even visited the home twice at the department's request because children who knew the boy had not seen him. The two police visits took place in 2005, but a Waterbury police spokesperson later confirmed to CNN that officers contacted the family on April 1st and April 18th in 2004. The house was clean. It was lived in. Who took the helm of the department. So, yeah, it just said that the police didn't have any suspicion. Officers at the time talked with the boy and found nothing that made them suspect anything other than a normal childhood was unfolding inside the home. When they visited again, the family asked to file a harassment complaint against members of the local school district who had continued to report them. The family had provided no proof of harassment, and that's pretty much how that all went down. So yeah, some really crazy news. This is the stepmom in the picture that I'm showing you guys right now. So yeah, and I do have a little footage. You can go. This is the house, by the way. Just if you guys didn't see the picture, it's all boarded up now. And let me just go. I'm gonna share with you just a little. It's like a 1-minute clip of the police chief speaking about it. So I'll share that with you guys since we got it on the channel. So here's
33
that.
years of law enforcement. This is the worst treatment of humanity that I've ever witnessed. On February 17th, around 8:40 p.m., Waterbury Police responded to 2 Blake Street on a report of a fire. Officers and fire investigators immediately realized there were some grave concerns about some of the conditions in the house. There were 2 occupants of the house, one being Kimberly Sullivan, the stepmother of the male victim. Officers and fire investigators quickly realized that there was a room in the house that appeared to have locks on it from the exterior portion of the house. They began to speak to the male victim, who disclosed that he was being held captive in the house for an extended period of time, approximately 20 years. Here's an adult that was 5'9" and 68 pounds. Frankly, what was being reported was unfathomable to us at that point in time. This investigation, as the mayor points out, continues, is very open and very active. We were able to obtain arrest warrants for Kimberly Sullivan. She was arrested yesterday. She was arraigned in Waterbury Superior Court. She's currently being held on a $300,000 bond.
So yeah, that is that. Crazy stuff, brother. Crazy stuff, man.
That really is. I can't. Where was that? Like what?
Waterbury, Connecticut.
Connecticut. Okay, up top, up there. Okay, that's just, man. That's crazy. That's some crazy stuff. There's crazy people in the world, man.
Oh, I know, and that's like, so he never really got to like experience childhood at all,
Anything.
like, because that was happening in 4th grade, man.
Crazy ass people, man.
Poor guy, man. Poor guy.
It's nuts, man.
Yeah, definitely. Well, since the police did their job and did such a good job, let's move on. And what's going on in the K9 National Day today?
Yes, sir. March 13th, 2025. National K9 Veterans Day, commemorating the founding of the U.S. Army K9 Corps, man, in 1942. Shout out K9s, man. Some, excellent dogs, man. You know what I mean? Working dogs. Yeah. They've contributed so much to not just military and society, but to law enforcement, security, public safety and everything, man.
Navy
Dogs
Mutuals.
are dogs are a blessing, dude. You know what I'm saying? They're a blessing. Mine is sleeping right now, but they're a blessing, dude. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
they deserve a day like this for celebration because they have, like I said, they're here for all those reasons. You know what I'm saying? Especially with cops too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They've done so many
Yeah.
different things with search and rescue. You know, detecting explosives and drugs and just protecting everything, man. Dogs are a blessing, so they definitely deserve to
Yep.
be recognized. I believe all animals, man.
Right.
I'm a big animal person. You know that. I know
Exactly.
that. Everyone knows that knows me. You know what I mean? So they deserve this celebration and this day.
Yep. I do have like a little clip of 2 police officers speaking on that. Should we
Please,
play that?
yes. We need all the respect we can for the canines, man.
Let's play this real quick for the people, for the average day Joes.
He understands we're going to work and we're bonding right away. Whether my dog Ricky will come up and he'll stick his paw because he wants me to pet him and he wants to have that love. So from the morning we get on the truck to the very end, we're just bonding the whole time and just spending time together.
Well, today is National Canine Veterans Day. It's a day to honor the service of military and even working dogs. Now, according to the Department of Justice, there are over 1,000 pups working for the military and even, get this, 50,000 active police dogs.
Yes.
Being a canine is one of the toughest duties I've ever had as a police officer. So these canines, they are trained to detect the odors of narcotics. Those narcotics include marijuana, heroin, meth, ecstasy, and cocaine.
This March 13, we will be attending an event for a fallen Marine who was killed.
All right, guys. So yeah, happy National Veteran Dogs Day.
Damn right. They deserve it, man.
Very cool. Very cool.
They definitely deserve it.
Yeah. All right, guys. Yeah, so that is for that holiday. I didn't even know that a holiday like that existed. So yeah, shout out to the dogs and stuff.
They deserve it, man. We should be celebrating more of those.
I know, exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I wanted to get into some stargazer news. So tonight there's supposed to be a total lunar eclipse, which will be visible across the U.S. And on top of that, it's supposed to be like a blood red moon today. So if you guys are in a region where the skies are clear, because we are not, you guys will be able to see a blood red moon and a total lunar eclipse at one point. Let me just pull that up for you guys. Yeah, so it says a total lunar eclipse will be visible across the U.S. on Thursday night or early Friday morning, with the moon appearing a deep reddish color as it passes through the Earth's shadow. The eclipse will begin around midnight Eastern time, with totality when the Earth's shadow fully covers the moon, lasting just over an hour, from 2:26 a.m. Eastern time till 3:32 a.m. Eastern time. The full process will continue until around 6 a.m. Eastern time. The eclipse will be visible across most of North and South America, as well as the western halves of Africa and Europe, the eastern parts of Australia and Russia, and northern Japan. A total lunar eclipse occurs when the sun, earth, and moon align in space, with Earth in the middle, leading it to cast a shadow on the moon. During that time, the moon appears to turn a reddish hue, which is why the event is sometimes referred to as blood moon. So yeah, guys, it's kind of cool, man. For all my stargazer folks out there. I'm also going to play a little 1-minute clip of that, just in case you are in a pretty bad weather situation right now and you're not going to be able to see it. I just want you guys to kind of see what it looks like. So I will play that clip real quick for you guys right here. So check this out. This is what the red blood moon looks like with a solar eclipse.
First time in several years, this celestial sensation is set to dazzle onlookers coast to coast.
So this is where you're going to be watching.
Mike Shanahan and the Liberty Science Center are gearing up to welcome guests for tonight's total lunar eclipse, when Earth moves directly between the sun and moon, blocking most light.
On the left is a regular full moon, and then we see the partial phase happening as more and more of the moon disappears into the shadow of the Earth. then we go into the reddish colored total phase.
That distinct color inspiring the nickname Blood Moon.
It's such a striking, beautiful sight that I don't think anyone who sees a lunar eclipse for the first time ever forgets their first encounter with an eclipse.
Weather dependent, visible portions of the eclipse will run for about 3.5 hours. But the best moment to catch the moon shining scarlet will be during totality from 2:26 a.m. Eastern Time through 3:31.
They're on spring break right now, so.
All right, guys. So just wanted to let you know that that is what's going to be going down tonight for all my stargazers, or if you're just going to be up, if you're working a night shift and you got clear skies, just check out that moon tonight, man. It's going to be pretty cool. You know, too bad for us. We can't, like, that storm that we had is just terrible, man. We can't even check it out.
It'll be storming tonight. When I get out of the gym,
All
it's
right.
going to be storming. Yep. I know that. So.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is.
Yep. Most stuff.
All right. So let's move on to Jay's movie of the day. I finally figured out the title, like it was in my head, and it was. I know it starts with a D. Starts with a D. I don't know the title now, but I'll let you say it.
That was one of my favorite movies, bro. I know you like this movie. I already know. You know what movie I'm watching, right?
Yeah, D-U-K-E-S.
Okay, yeah. I was just wondering if you knew. Yeah, Dukes of Hazzard, man. It's a remake. It's the remake one, though. You know, the one with Johnny Knox.
After I just spelled that, somebody's gonna be like, "Did he just say dicks?"
Oh my god, that's hella funny, man. But yeah, I like this film a lot, man. Dukes of Hazzard. It's a remake, obviously, of the old school, but this is a really good one with Johnny Knoxville. You know what I mean? And Stifler and Jessica Simpson.
Right. She used to be my go-to when I was back in the day. Don't tell my wife that though.
I already know, bro. I already know.
I was in love with her until she said this is this like tuna? What did she say? She's
Chicken
like
of the
stupid
sea.
that shit. And yeah, so I was just like, okay, never mind. Like,
Don't be
I
mean, bro. Stop. Don't be mean. She was doing that's reality TV, bro. Do you think she meant it?
Yes.
Yeah. You really think she thought that was the chicken in sea? Yeah. But it's definitely a good movie, man. I'd to anyone that hasn't seen Dukes of Hazzard, they should definitely see it. It's funny. You know what I mean?
Definitely.
Yes, sir.
So yeah, tell us what it's about, brother.
You got two brothers, Bo and Luke Duke. They're a part of Hazard County, and they basically transport moonshine for their uncle. And nice. they have their nice Dodge Charger, which is tricked out with a General Lee Confederate flag on it. And they get into a bunch of problems, let's say, with government. Well, let's say city people, you know what I mean? And the city people end up wanting to shut them down because you can't they knew they were transporting moonshine, but they couldn't prove it. And so that the whole movie is about like trying to shut down Uncle Jesse and his family, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But it's just so funny because so in the city they bring back one of the race car drivers to try to divert everyone from doing the coal mining operation because they're trying to really gut this place that they're from. You know what I mean? So they can make more money, basically. Because it's basically a little country town. You know what I'm saying? So obviously Bo and Luke Duke, Jessica Simpson, the whole family right there. They're there to try to save the town. In other words, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but they you know how corrupt politicians are. You know what I mean? But it's just a funny movie, man. It's real funny.
Definitely.
It's I don't know if it's just it's old school stuff. Dukes of Hazzard. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
It's definitely a good movie though. One of my favorites for sure. Like especially comedy wise.
Yeah, and it's a remake, right?
Yes, correct. That's what I mean. It's a remake, and yeah, it's from the old school. That's what I mean. They remade it in '05, so you know the original one's a little different, So,
Yeah, for sure.
but I
They
definitely,
have to.
it's definitely for me, like this movie, because it's like I said, it's funny, man.
Yeah. Yep. All I gotta say is JJ. That's all I gotta say. I mean JS, not JJ.
JJ, I'm like JJ. Who JJ?
JS.
I'm like, who's JJ, bro? But yeah, it's just an all around funny movie, man. Yeah, anyone that hasn't seen Dukes of Hazzard, it has like I said, Sean William Scott, who's Stifler in American Pie, hilarious, and Johnny Knoxville, who had Jackass. So I mean, you just right there, those two people together, just super funny. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you had the all-star Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, he's
RIP.
Boss Hogg. He's the corrupt politician.
Yeah.
That's what I mean, man. But yeah, hella funny.
He was in the original one too, right? So they actually put him into that one.
Well, that's how you. Yeah, so it's funny because they did that with him in this, and they did that with Longest Yard. Do you remember Longest Yard with Adam Sandler?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's kind of funny that he did that twice. That's kind of crazy, actually, thinking about it. Kind of cool though, man.
The Longest Yard was filmed in this like very haunted prison in Santa Fe where there was like all these riots and stuff in that prison, and like a bunch of inmates got killed, and then they did the filming in
Santa Fe. I thought it was in Texas.
No. I mean, it was probably portrayed like it was in Texas, but the actual filming was in a real prison out of Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Wow. Yeah. So it's supposed to be Allensville, Texas.
Yeah, I think that's what you're right.
Yeah, so it was filmed in Santa Fe, New Mexico. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, because I think we talked about this on the show before, but Albuquerque is kind of turning in like the new 2.0 Hollywood because they're giving them. New Mexico gives the producing of movies a bunch of tax breaks in New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of these movies now they're producing them in New Mexico out of Albuquerque. They have a whole bunch of studios.
Didn't even know.
Right off of the I-25.
Didn't even know. That's crazy.
Yep. So 1 through 10, what do you rate Dukes of Hazzard?
9.3.
9.3.
Yes, sir.
Because of JS?
No, I just like this movie in general, man. Like it's funny.
But me and you both know if JS was not in this movie, it would not be a 9.3.
Oh, it would be a 9.3. No, because you could replace her with a lot of different people. I believe that heavily. She did a great job in this movie, but yeah.
Who would you have replaced her with?
I'd have to think of some Southern girls. Southern. Obviously, you got to be Southern for this part. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'd have to like really think, put a list, and be like, okay. But I know you could probably at that time she was big, so it made sense. Popular in music, put her in this. You got that crowd to watch it. You know what I mean?
The only other person I would be able to think of is like somebody like Anna Nicole Smith or somebody like that.
No. Southern. You got to be Southern in shape, and have the little accent. That's what I mean. I'd have to look at a list and be like, okay, I could put that. I could substitute that for that. It's very easy, honestly.
It's funny when you said in shape and you kind of grab both your breasts.
What? Oh, that's funny, man. But no, yeah, it's just subconscious, man. But I just like I said, I believe it's easily replaceable. Like meaning, like you know what I mean. But she did a great job in the movie. You know what I'm saying? She did a great job in the movie.
For sure.
Double D, Daisy Duke.
Oh yeah. No, she did great. She did a really.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and like I said at that time, it's Southern. The whole look. She was popular. It made sense to put her in the movie.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm thinking we should show our respect to the legend and to the person who was in the first original and do the whole movie thing on Burt Reynolds.
You want to do it on Burt Reynolds? That's cool, man. Like I would have chose someone different, but hey, I get it. It makes sense. He's old school, so you know what I mean.
Exactly. We should do that. So yeah, what is your favorite Burt Reynolds movie? If it's not The Longest Yard.
No, it's not The Longest Yard. I wouldn't even. That's to me, that's an Adam Sandler movie.
But you know that The Longest Yard was a remake too.
Yes,
right?
It was. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
He was in the original one.
Yeah, he was the original.
That's what I'm
that's
saying.
crazy.
He played Adam Sandler's part in the original one.
Okay, I got you. Now I understand.
I don't know my favorite Burt Reynolds movie, man. That's a tough one. I did like The Longest Yard too, the original one.
Yeah.
I would probably, you know what? I will go with that one, man. I will go with that one because it was
It's a good one.
huh?
That's a good one.
It is.
You
It is
can't go
a
wrong
yeah.
with
You
it.
can't go wrong with that one. It's a real good one. Obviously he was in the remake too with Adam Sandler, but the original one was excellent. I remember seeing it as a kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It
definitely.
was a really good
Definitely.
movie. You know what I mean? Like,
And what would you say is an underrated movie of his?
So many damn movies. Underrated. I'll go. I got a couple.
Okay.
Boogie Nights.
I was just looking at that right now. The picture of it. You said it. I already knew. I had a feeling you were going to say
Well,
that one.
because he was director. You know what I mean? Not a lot of people even know he was probably in that. You know what I mean?
I know.
So I would say Boogie Nights, and I go. It's cliche to say Smokey and the Bandit, so I'll go Cop and a Half. Do you remember that one?
Okay. That was gonna be one that I was gonna mention as underrated.
Yeah,
But
so
you
that's what
got
I
it.
mean. Like, I don't think people have seen that one at all. Like, I saw that because I was young when I saw that.
Yeah, I see it too.
Yeah, but yeah, so with that and Boogie Nights, I would think like, okay, like, yeah.
Yeah, and and Cop and a Half, they really like it. Almost was like Kindergarten Cop. Like it was almost like
It was.
you know what I mean? Like
Came
very
out at the same
similar
exact
type
time.
thing.
That's why.
That's what I'm saying.
So it was
And
like,
Burt,
yeah.
and I would say that a lot of people don't know this, but Burt Reynolds, he was up in the running with like Arnold and Sylvester Stallone, and
Stop.
But this is what I was gonna say. I was gonna finish before you stopped me.
Okay.
Was that
What?
the only difference was that he's already much older than them when they were in their peak and
That's what I'm saying. He was like 70s.
That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Well, I don't know if he was 70 at that time.
No,
Like,
I'm saying he was in the 70s. He was like, okay.
Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna. That's exactly what I was about to say right now. Was that he was that guy in the 70s with those.
That's what I mean.
Like he was that macho figure of the 70s
until the big dogs came out and started lifting. Like, okay, that's not his scene no more.
Yeah, but he was pretty built for the 70s. It's not like he was a small guy. Like he was.
Built, I mean, did you see The Longest Yard?
But he was already older in that movie, so I can't. I'm talking about 70s movies.
That is 70s. Longest Yard came out in 74.
Okay. Yeah. I thought you were talking about that.
No, I'm talking about like actually seeing him like as the main guy in The Longest Yard. It was like, he definitely wasn't like no Stallone, Arnold, like all the big dogs. And like when we grew up, that's what I mean. Very different.
Right, but you also got to remember that Stallone and Arnold, they had a thing going against each other, and I think they were just on purpose trying to get bigger than one another type thing. You know what I mean? That's kind of like where I seen that happen.
Yeah, but no, it was. I mean, that's not just them, man. Look at the whole era. Look at Van Damme. I just had Van Damme on yesterday. He was jacked. Look at Bolo. Bolo was jacked. Wesley Snipes was jacked. Everyone was jacked in our era. You noticed that, right? So before our era. They were like you said, Burt Reynolds, like, oh, okay, he's in good shape. Then our era, jacked. And then now, honestly, these days, if you look at people, you're like, what happened?
I know.
You see what I mean? Like, so our era, I feel like the era we grew up and got to see, everyone was like, let's get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Crazy.
Definitely.
Very crazy.
All right. So for my favorite Burt Reynolds movie, since we're talking about Burt Reynolds.
Which one?
Oh, man. Like you said, it's very tough, but I'm gonna have to go with on this one, Striptease.
Oh my god, I forgot he was in Striptease.
Oh yeah.
Okay. All right.
I'll go with Striptease and Demi Moore. Because who doesn't love to see
Demi Moore? I got you. Demi Moore was doing her thing. I ain't mad at that. I am not mad at that.
And then as far as underrated. I don't know if this is underrated, but I'm going to say it's underrated because it's a comedy that I seen and I thought it was good, but I don't know if a lot of people seen this. And I guess I'll find out from you if it's underrated. So I'm talking about the movie from 2004 called Without a Paddle.
I never saw it. Is it good?
I guess I could say it's actually pretty funny. It was pretty funny, and it has a pretty good cast. It has It has Seth Green as the main character.
Okay.
Matthew Lillard,
Oh.
Dax Shepard, Burt Reynolds, obviously.
Really?
Yeah. So it has a pretty good cast. Very funny movie. I would definitely say to watch it if you haven't. As like
All
a
these
comedy
people were in it.
movie.
Yeah, those are all good actors. Wow.
That's what I'm saying.
Without
That's
a
what I'm saying.
paddle.
So
Why did I never see this one?
Yep. So I would say that's my underrated movie of his. Very funny movie. I definitely was liking it when I was laughing at
That's
it.
such a
when I was
trip.
watching it.
Yeah, I didn't even know Without a Paddle. Hold on, did you say you watched it last night?
No. I watched it a long time.
Okay, I was like, man.
Yeah,
that would have been funny.
And kind of newer films that I would say we should probably give a shout out. He did a movie in 2006 called The End Game, and he did that with Cuba
Gooding.
Gooding Jr.
I saw a little bit. I didn't see the whole thing though. I heard of it.
Yeah, so he was in that one. I guess I can give that one a notable mention. It is a little bit newer.
Yeah.
What else? I think he was in a movie called Driven. That was a 2001 flick. I think that was like a race car movie. That was kind of. I think I've seen it before. I don't remember exactly what it was about, but
yeah, I've seen it on
cool.
before. I didn't really like get into it, but yeah.
Definitely. And he was also obviously in Dukes of Hazzard 1 and 2, Smokey and the Bandit, which you already mentioned. That's a good one.
That was a great one. Well, that had like a whole series. It was like 3 or 4 of those.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. And then also in 2007, he did a flick with Jason Statham, In the Name of the King.
Didn't see that one.
So yeah, that one I guess you could say. And the last but not least, I'll mention that he did a bunch of the Cannonball Run movies. And if you guys don't know what the Cannonball Run is basically in the U.S., all these like rich people, they have all these like supercars that they race from like New York to California. They try to get them there as quick as they can. They try to help each other with the cops scenario and everything, make sure the cops don't pull them over. But if they do, they just take the tickets and keep going as fast as they can. If they don't go to jail, obviously, But so he did a whole, he did a bunch of movies about that too, So he did Cannonball Run and the Cannonball Run Part 2. So that's kind of cool that he did that, to kind of I guess portray that they do that stuff, Very cool stuff. All right, so that is our movie of the day. You can hear me, Jay, right?
Of course.
Okay, I just want to make sure. All right, just want to make sure because sometimes the computers can go a little haywire, especially when we're in the storm.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Yeah, so that is our movie of the day. We're watching Dukes of Hazzard. In case you missed it, shout out to the 18 people watching. Please don't forget to hit the like, subscribe, and share so we can give you this alpha Monday through Friday when we do the show. And let us move on to some crypto news. And let's see what's going on in the crypto markets. It looks like everything kind of stabled off. So let me share the screen with you guys. It's kind of going slow today a little bit, but I will get there, I promise. All right, guys. So let me share this. So today, oh my God, this tabs are so slow today. Today we got Bitcoin sitting at 82,054. It is down 2.26% from yesterday. You have Ethereum, your biggest altcoin, sitting at 1,887. It is only down 0.26%. Your Fear and Greed Index is pretty much the same. It's staying at 18, kind of right on the cusp of the red and orange tiers. So it's just, people are still in extreme fear. They're not like it's looking better than what it did, in the beginning of the week. So it looks like Bitcoin for now will kind of just be going sideways, especially throughout the weekend when Wall Street, the market closes. Your global crypto market in a whole is sitting at 2.66 trillion, which is down 2.3% over the last day. We have your top 5 trending coins. Number 1 is Trump, which is up 12.42%. Number 2, one I haven't heard of in a while, is XLM, which is up 3.89%. Number 3, you got the Binance coin, which is BNB. It is up 1.23%. Number 4, you got a coin which is just called S, like the letter S or Sam for S, and that one is up 7.42%. And then we got number 5 trending Bitcoin. That being said, let's get into your top 5 gainers. Look at that. Number 1, CATX again. Oh man, if you guys have been missing this show, I've been talking about CATX. And I was like, you guys should just invest in it because it's one that has been for like 2 months now, always in the top 5. And if it's not in the top 5, it gets right back into there. So yeah, CADX is up 1,738% over the last 24 hours. Number 2, you got Stitch, which looks like a meme coin of Lilo and Stitch, the cartoon. So you got Stitch, which is up 883%. Number 3, you got Tenda coin. Never heard of it, but it is up 538%. Number 4, you got Trump MAGA, which the acronym is MAGA. It is up 454%. And number 5, top gainer in the last 24 hours is Trump Meme, and the acronym for that is MEME, M-E-M-E, which is up 464%. That being said, let me see if there's any notable ones I want to mention that are not in the top 5. You got a new one that I've never seen. It's called Layer AI. That one sounds kind of familiar because it looks like they're trying to say there's like a whole nother, like, there was like layer 1, layer 2, layer 3 coins. Now you got Layer AI coin, which is up 124%. You got another kind of cool one I never seen before. That one is USA Unity coin. That one is UUC, up 62%. Besides that, I don't see any other ones I really want to mention. So yeah, that will be our crypto news for today. Shout out to the people holding on and not selling their coins. We always preach on here to just hold on, don't sell them, because this is perceived value of the coin. The coin will always be going up, especially Bitcoin. It's one of those coins that throughout the, it has so much buying pressure that as soon as it goes down, it never goes down like, so much anymore, just because you're going to have people buying it all the time. And with all the ETFs, you got BlackRock, you have MicroStrategy buying up Bitcoin, you have El Salvador buying up Bitcoin. So yeah, don't sleep on Bitcoin, guys. That's what I want to give you out of this crypto news. All right, and now I want to get into tomorrow's weather with you guys, since we got a storm coming. It looks like the storm is kind of just leaving California. It was a really crazy storm, especially in LA. If you guys didn't hear, there was a lot of flash flooding because there was a lot of fires recently in LA. There was even another tornado that touched down in LA. I think this is the second one this year that touched down. But there's a town in LA that is called Pico Rivera, and there was a tornado that hit down. I did see some of the pictures. It looked like nobody was injured, which is thankful. But there was a lot of like fallen trees, and I guess some houses got damaged. But that was in Pico Rivera, which is like a suburb of LA. There was a tornado that touched down there, and we did get in where we are in San Francisco a lot of rain. We also did get hail. There was some thunderstorms that were reported, but we're a little bit better off, I guess, than they were in LA. So that being said, your coldest for tomorrow is going to be in Minute, North Dakota. It is only going to be 38 degrees. While if you want to get out and escape into the heat is going to be in San Antonio, Texas. It'll be 94. So that'll be really hot over there. Going from West Coast to East Coast. So San Francisco, where we're at tomorrow, March 14th, it is still going to be raining, and your average high is only going to be 57 degrees. Kind of weird, but LA tomorrow is going to be raining as well, but their average high is only going to be 52, which is kind of weird because usually LA gets warmer than us. If you're going into Seattle, they'll be partly cloudy with your average high over there at 55 degrees. If you're going into Salt Lake City, you're going to be at 44 degrees, partly cloudy. Las Vegas, 55 degrees, partly cloudy. And Phoenix, you guys will be cloudy at 57 degrees. So yeah, the blunt of the storm right now is passing through the Rockies and that whole area. That's why you got Las Vegas and Phoenix at these kind of low temperatures. Then tomorrow, if you're going into Denver, you guys will also be pretty cold, just cloudy at 51 degrees. Albuquerque, you guys will be windy and 51 degrees. And then if you're going into Kansas City, you guys will be windy and at 77 degrees. Oklahoma City, you guys will be windy at 71 degrees. If you're going into Dallas, your average high tomorrow will be 83 degrees and windy. While Houston, you guys will be cloudy at 83 degrees. Minneapolis, you guys are at 74 degrees as your average high tomorrow, partly cloudy. Chicago, you guys will be at 77, partly cloudy. St. Louis, you guys will be windy at 86 degrees, while Cincinnati, you guys will be at 80 degrees, partly cloudy. And Detroit, you guys will be at 68 degrees, partly cloudy. Memphis, you guys will be windy at 79 degrees, while New Orleans, you guys will be at 80 and partly cloudy. If you're going into Florida, Miami, you guys will be cloudy at 80 degrees, while Tampa, you guys will be 84 and partly cloudy. Jacksonville, 78, partly cloudy, while Atlanta, you guys will be hazy conditions with your average high at 76 only. Charlotte, 77 and partly cloudy. Washington, D.C., 58, partly cloudy. Buffalo, 68 and partly cloudy, while New York City, you guys will be at 56 degrees and partly cloudy. And last but not least, your average day high in Boston tomorrow will only be at 51 with partly cloudy conditions. So the one good thing I do see here for the weather, especially for the Midwest region, because yesterday, if you missed the show, I did report that they're expecting really severe weather, especially in the Midwest. You guys are expected to get a very severe tornado warning and a lot of hail and thunderstorms as well. And so this is just kind of my own report of the weather and what I'm seeing. It looks like that still is going to be the situation that is going to play out. But the one good news I can say is that pretty much from Kansas City, Oklahoma City, and like St. Louis, Memphis, all those areas, you guys are pretty windy right now. So you're getting, from the Rockies, you got that storm, you got the wind starting to push through. So it looks like it's actually cooling your weather down. And that's actually a really good thing, because if you guys were going to stay hot, coming, all this hot weather coming from the Gulf of America into the Midwest, then that's going to call for much more unstable weather. So I just kind of want to report that good news for the Midwest region, that you guys are starting to push out some of that hot weather with these winds that are, in the front of the storm. So it does look like, from what I would have said, is going to be very severe weather yesterday, because that whole Midwest region has been kind of hot. It looks like you guys are substantially cooling down. So I do feel like that's going to kind of help to decrease the severity of any kind of storm that is going through there, and the tornado possibility of it being like an F3 or higher. So yeah, thank God. I'm really happy for that. I'm able to tell you guys and share this with you. I've been studying the weather since I was a kid. I've always kind of wanted to be a weatherman, so I'm doing this now on the show for you guys, and even reporting to you guys what I don't think a lot of weathermen would tell you guys. But yeah, it looks good for you guys. It looks good for you guys in the Midwest. So that being said, let us get into your guys' horoscopes for tomorrow, March 3rd, March 14th. Before I do that, let me just, these tabs are slow today. I swear. But let me just let you guys know, shout out to the 21 people watching. Thank you guys for being here and sticking it out with us. So for tomorrow, your guys' horoscopes, we like to guide you in your day. So tomorrow, Friday, starting with the first house of the zodiac, which is Aries, my sign. It looks like Aries, according to your stars, tomorrow will be all about boundaries for you. Remember that saying no doesn't show weakness, but rather is a protection method. By conserving time and energy, you can invest in what really matters, make room for your peace and happiness. I'm actually pretty happy about that one, because I got 2 interviews tomorrow. So I'm going to be like, no, I do not accept your pay. I need more pay. I'm going to use that to my advantage. And that being said, let's get into Taurus for tomorrow. Taurus, tomorrow brings an important financial wake-up call for you. According to your stars, you are going to suddenly discover how your spending affects the stability of the world around you. It will point to honest self-reflection and taking charge of your finances. Tracking where your money goes will help build better, healthier habits. Gemini, those stars shout that an emotional breakthrough is on the verge of realization. Healing might initially feel uncomfortable as feelings from the past come up for air. Still, do not resist. Embracing the emotion is the way to let old wounds go. Then we got our Cancer. The stars are telling you to direct attention towards family ties for warmth and comfort. By spending quality time with family, you will receive the support and love needed. You will witness their affection through deep conversations or little acts of kindness. While you do this, take some time to express gratitude toward those who have always been present for you. Then we got J sign, Leo. Tomorrow is going to be a day where you will be called to accept whatever life throws at you. It may surprise you by changing the course of your day with unexpected changes that may unsettle you, but flexible would be the order of the day. Trust that everything aligns for you in its purpose, and that the very things that claim to be changed will not set your way, but bring you closer to those newer opportunities. Then we got the Virgos. Virgo, tomorrow will pull on the energy for you to channel the empowerment of positive thinking. Maintaining this positive outlook while facing challenges will undoubtedly yield better outcomes. Whatever the situation, think about how you succeed in it. Your thoughts will give energy to that outcome. Libra, tomorrow is going to be all about celebrating every accomplishment, big or small, that you've ever made. Perhaps it will be nice to take some time to think about everything that you have been able to achieve in your personal life or career. Every step counts, no matter how small it is, towards reaching the desired goals. Our Scorpio, tomorrow's message might tell you to take a good hard look at your close-knit circle of associates, Scorpio. Some relationships support fuel. Some relationships support fuel your soul, while others suck the life energy from your comradeship. See to it that you recognize your own needs and set boundaries with those who want more than they give. Focus on guarding your energies and spending time with those who fire and motivate you. Sagittarius, at the moment, Sagittarius, your thoughts and intentions are a potent force. Your wishes shape your destiny, not your fears. A lucid intention brings an Erica to manifesting due to magnetic energy flowing within you. Keep your thoughts on your goals and take inspired action. Capricorn, for you, Capricorn, tomorrow will really bring you a new subtle guidance from the universe. The signs, synchronicities, and inner feelings are there to show you the way forward. The stars advocate you take a moment to reflect on your situation. Oftentimes, answers come from the silence, not in a boisterous manner. Trust your instincts, they will lead you along the newly opening path. Aquarius, the peculiar energies of tomorrow inspire you to impose order and gain mental clarity. Whenever you feel unable to decide due to some overwhelming inputs or confusion, know that it is truly the time to declutter your space and space within. According to the stars, organizing your space and planning for the immediate future may bring some order into your life. Then we got our last but not least, Pisces. The horoscope says that tomorrow will bring about a powerful realization for you. In a flash, the answer to all your questions or doubts will be present in front of you, changing your point of view and helping you understand matters that otherwise seemed quite obscure. This new understanding fits perfectly with what you need now. All right, guys. Well, that is our horoscopes for tomorrow. So thank you for listening to that. And let's get into Jay's conspiracy of the day. What you reporting on, brother?
Not much for too much abroad things, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I've always been into, like, when I grew up, it was all about do you remember Princess Diana?
Yeah.
Yeah. So my conspiracy is about if her son, you know, from the King Charles is actually from King Charles. Or if it's from a relationship she had, you know, during that. Do you know what I mean by that?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So that's my conspiracy about that today. If yeah, so we're gonna debunk that, you know what I'm saying? That's the
All right,
plan.
let's do it. I'm interested.
That's the plan today. Well, yeah, I mean like, you know, like, so, you know, Prince Harry, you know, a lot of, you know, he's always been on the edge with a lot of things, you know, because of his hair, you know, his ginger hair and all that, you know, who he dates and everything, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I don't know,
Right.
Princess Diana, she died very abruptly. I don't know if you remember back in the 90s, but she was killed in a car accident.
Right.
And according to a lot of people, like, you know, like, that was a planned accident. You know, someone basically, I forgot who was, I think it was her butler, that claimed that she had a note written that, you know, her husband, or, you know, King was trying to kill her. You know what I mean? Because at that time she was with what was it? What was his Muhammad Al Fayed, his son Dottie. That's who was with Princess Di at the time. You know what I mean? And they both died in that planned accident, let's say. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
obviously before that, that's what I mean. She was also known to be seen with James Hewitt. James Hewitt is a lot of people who think that's the biological father of Prince Harry. You know what I
Yep.
mean? And it's just there's a lot of people that don't believe in these things. You know what I mean? But I mean,
Yeah.
I'm someone who just I look. When I look, I see. Obviously, like I said, I don't know about the royal family. I don't know what goes down. But with how she died and everything, and how he is, and how he carries himself, he's very different from his royal family. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Especially because she was known to have an affair with her horse riding instructor. That's who James Hewitt is.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's like, you know what I mean? So it I'm just that type of person that just, like things go down, and then, if he wasn't the biological son, why would she have been killed? Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah,
But
definitely.
yeah, so I think of things like that, you know what I'm saying? Obviously you can't base everything on look and all that, you know what I mean? But who else in the royal family has that ginger hair? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And with like I said, with how he acts, who he dates, and everything, it's just and how she was murdered. You know what I mean? Like, well, they
Yep.
say it was a car accident, which it technically was, but if she was scared for her life, why would she be scared for her life? You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
So that's just that's what I wanted to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know what brought up Princess Diana. I don't know. Usually I base things off just like, okay, I want to talk about this because of that, but I don't know. I don't know why I was thinking about Princess Diana.
Yeah,
Very weird, right?
definitely.
But
Sometimes
yeah,
it just comes
so
to us.
yeah, it just pops out of you sometimes, man. It just kind of tripped me up. But yeah, I don't like I said, being that it's a royal family and that side of the world, like obviously I'm from out here, so it's kind of hard for me to even know like the details about a lot of that stuff. But I do believe that Prince Harry is not a part of the royal family. That's my
Yeah.
that's what I believe.
Okay.
You know, call it what you want, but I really believe that just because, like I said, how he grew up, how he acts, how he looks, everything to me just says that he's not a part of it.
And James Hewitt was like a cavalry officer from like the army or something, and that's kind of more like
Correct.
he had uh, uh, Prince Harry has that kind of like
He
demeanor as
does.
well, you know?
He really does.
Yeah.
He carries himself. That's what I mean. He carries himself very different from the royal family. Even with who he's with now. You know who he's with, right? Meghan Markle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just he carries himself very different, dude. You know what I
Right.
mean? And I got nothing against him. Obviously, I got nothing against, you know. And I just he just doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't fit the mold of the royal family. Let's just say,
Definitely not.
And obviously royal families go all the way back to we're even going back thousands of years. With the bloodlines. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know how that works. You
Yep.
know what I mean? That's a whole nother theory right there with going back to Jesus' time and the royal bloodlines. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But he just doesn't strike me. Yeah, just seeing everything he's done. They try to keep him a lot out of the news, but he goes in there. You know what I mean? He's in the news obviously because he's part of the royal family. But yeah, I just don't think he's a part of it. That's my
Yeah.
personal opinion.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? But more than anything, it's because, like I said, how she died.
Yeah. They
You know
took
what
her
I
out.
mean?
They took her out.
That. Thank you. How do you, exactly like when someone is like this? When they're doing what they do. You know what I mean? She had her agendas. Let's just say. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like you said, they took her out, and I really heavily believe that. And obviously, this kid right here, is her offspring. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, I believe they did take her out. You know what I'm saying? So, but I also don't believe he's a part of the royal family.
Yeah. And you know what? I definitely believe you, and because I've seen the pictures of all three of them, King Charles,
You're right.
and James Hewitt, and I'll actually pull it up for the average day Joes. But
Oh yeah, go ahead. Yeah, it's a great idea. Like I mean,
what I,
it's just
what I
it's you kind of, when you see it, like, you're like, oh yeah, like it's a no-brainer.
But what I wanted to say about that was that I'm actually kind of happy that Prince Harry is not King Charles's son, because if he was, he would be an ugly mofo.
You messed up, bro. That's kind of funny too, but yeah, pull up those photos, man.
King Charles ain't the prettiest guy in the world, you know what I'm saying? Like, I guess, you know, he definitely has that British persona thing.
Yeah, I'll give you that, man. That's kind of funny though.
So this is what all three of them look like, guys. For all the average day Joes can be. Who do you? So you got Prince Charles in the you got Prince Harry in the middle. You got James Hewitt on the left, and you got Prince Charles on the Prince Charles on the right. So who does he look like? Prince
Right?
No,
come on, man. This is common sense here.
No,
this is kind of a dead giveaway right here, right?
Look at the forehead and the eyes of the two on the the left, and then you got
right.
And James Hewitt.
Even the hair. Come on, bro. Like it's a dead giveaway.
No, there's no way. There's no way that.
That's what I'm saying. It's a dead giveaway, man. So, yeah, man. Yeah, it just I don't know what sparked Princess Diana to come up in my thing today, but.
And this is why they probably kind of like were giving a lot of shit to Prince Harry, and like they kind of try to oust him out of the
They do. They really do.
Yeah.
And I believe they know. That's what I mean. That's why they had her, like you said, taken out.
Yeah.
I totally believe that to the fullest degree.
Exactly. I mean, yeah, because once they didn't want that to get out. If that gets out, that's such a freaking.
Oh, they're screwed. Yeah, they're screwed. Exactly. They're real screwed if that got out. Exactly. And that's why I believe she got taken out, and unfortunately the other guy that was with her,
the driver.
No, not the driver. The other guy, Dottie, of the Egyptian son of the Muhammad guy. Yeah, I don't know where that was going. Like
he died too. I don't know. I didn't remember that they were saying he died. He died as well.
Maybe not.
Yeah, because I could have sworn.
No, I think he did. I don't know. I don't remember.
Yeah.
I'd have to look back at this was like late '90s. I don't remember.
Right.
He might have though. I could have sworn no one survived. Maybe I don't know. I know she died, obviously, but I don't remember.
It's just crazy, like when you actually look at these pictures, though, side by side of all three.
It's not even close. Not even close.
Guys, if you have any doubt that Prince Charles is the father of Harry, then you guys need glasses.
You mean King Charles? Yeah, right. That's what I'm saying, though, man. It's not even close, man.
Yeah.
Like it's just a trip, but yeah, man. You know how it's just like it always goes down to politics, murder. Always. I think that breaks down to everything, man.
Right. Right.
But she was also known for a lot of she really did her thing. She was about her. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
she was like she was like such a saint in a way too, because she was like going out into the streets and giving money to the poor, to prostitutes, to all these people that needed.
That's what I mean. And they didn't like that one bit. They didn't like that one bit. They wanted her a little more controlled. I know that.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? She was a little wild, let's just say. Like you said, she did what she wanted to do, and she did a lot of good.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah. So I believe, like you said, she was taken out.
Yeah.
And I do believe, like I said, her son is definitely not King Charles.
Exactly. Sure. I mean, you could just see it. It's like it's there. You can see it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's just common. Like I said, it's common sense, man. It'll never be admitted to or like in the books, but I mean, that's just common sense.
Definitely.
For sure.
All right. Well, thank you for that conspiracy theory for today. That is our show. Shout out to the 21 people watching. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share so that we can give you this alpha every day that we do the show, which is Monday through Friday. We're typically on around 6:30 p.m. Pacific time.
Yes.
We were a little bit late today. I had to take the bus back home because my car was and the check engine light turned on, and now they're having to do some major repairs to my brand new used car that I just bought from the Nissan dealer, and this
literally just got right.
Yeah, And
That's crazy.
this is from Nissan of Serramonte. So yeah, if you guys are in this area and you're thinking about buying there, just if you are gonna buy it, don't buy it from there. But if you are, make sure that the car is either certified so that you have the warranty in place, or you get an extended warranty so that it's not coming out of your pocket. Because I literally had this car for 6 days and I'm getting major repairs done to it already. So yeah,
Right.
I
Two check engine lights. Oh, major repairs. Like you couldn't even get some floor mats.
I know.
Jesus, dude. I'm telling you, bro.
We're not going to get into the floor mats today, but if you look at our show from 2 days ago, we definitely did have a little bit of a. We talked about my whole floor mat situation, and I had to like literally what I had to do to get floor mats for my used car that is pretty new 22 Ultima, Nissan Ultima. So, yeah, but
I'm telling you, bro.
Not going to get into that.
I can't.
Telling you guys. All right. But that being said, I'm going to keep my positive vibes. I'm not going to try to curse this car like my wife's Tesla, and we will have good vibes with this car that once it's fixed, it's good. And that being said, before we end the show, we always end with Jay's words of wisdom and my spiritual words of wisdom as well after Jay. So Jay, what are your spiritual? What are your words of wisdom for the average day Joes?
Honestly, man, today's a tough one, man. You know what I mean? Like, perseverance. We're gonna go along with your situation.
Yeah,
we going with your situation here. Perseverance. We'll say that, like you said, positivity, perseverance. Just stay focused, have faith. Everything always works out, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, we always preach health, wealth, and happiness, but you have to stay focused and just, know that everything's going to turn out excellent in what you do. You know what I mean?
right.
Just persevere and just stay focused and just, like I said, just stay the course. You know what I mean? It's going to work out the way you want it to. Sometimes you have things pop up like camshafts, check engine lights, and whatever it may seem. But as long as you stay really positive and this is just a test for me. I can overcome this.
Exactly.
It'll happen.
Exactly.
It'll happen. So we'll go along those lines because that situation you've had is just ridiculous. 6 days. Man, that's ridiculous.
I know. But yeah, it is what it is. And going off of what you said with kind of, to end the show with my spiritual quote. So going off of perseverance,
Yes.
I want to let the average day Joe's community know that when one door closes, another opens. But we often look so long and so regretfully upon the closed door that we do not see the one which has been opened for us. So
yes, I like it because that's exactly what goes along with the quote, like you said.
Yeah.
Because like God shuts one, boom.
Exactly. So
that's how it works, man.
Don't get fixated on the closed door. Look for the new one that just opened for you, or else keep it, so definitely.
Very good. I like that.
Keep that in mind, guys. Thank you so much for the 23 people that are watching us live. If you didn't catch us live, you will definitely see us putting out this video on YouTube, so you can catch us there. And we will be back tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. Thank you guys so much. Health, wealth, and happiness. Like Jay said, that's what we preach on this show, and that's what we try to give you. We will see you guys back here tomorrow.